this time. Usually has to reconnect like 7 times to be back. Hi again. For those who are new here, this happens a lot. Like once every stream. But only once, so... Is it gonna be a short VOD though? I don't know, I think I still have an hour left. I don't think my scuff is worse. I haven't Alt F4'd myself out of my stream yet. The raccoons got hungry for a bit. Listen, okay, listen still. You need to stop nomming on the internet wires. Yeah, it's only like once per stream. Not feeding the raccoons melazines. Y'all are insatiable. Let's see. Oh, hello. It still says the 1 hour. Huh. Oh, yeah, same. I mean, it did reconnect actually a lot faster than it usually does, so... that's weird. Oh, I see that it's inconsistent. That's the best part.
One is fond
Schrödinger's
of all
stream.
kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary
food.
skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Supreme cuisine machines? Are you gonna Rube Goldberg a thing that makes food? I think I saw someone try to make a machine that like makes stir-fry rice, and it just made such a mess. Oh, VOD-wise is definitely gonna split. Yeah, I'm used to that though. There's a reason I just upload them in parts at this point instead of just stitching them together. Oh yeah, she did make that. I completely forgot about that event. Also, hello.
Everything's so tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I think the shortest VOD that I had from one of these blips is like 3 minutes.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Probably grab takeout and sit somewhere else. Well, no, you have to return these.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Conveniently, we have 2 seats open.
Excuse me, would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Bonjour.
Well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
As long as you don't mind our chatter.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai. Granny?
Is that a surprise?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that? No, Paimon's just a bit surprised.
Oh.
She looks so young.
Wait. Is she faking it? Yeah, that's not the old lady model.
Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Yeah, I mean, now that Paimon brought it up, she doesn't... Granny is sus. I think Granny's the imposter. What you doing?
Granny, why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
That's sus. I don't believe you. I saw you vent.
Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They
You're an
always
Adeptus.
pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Oh my god, you're an Adeptus. Are you a bird too?
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
I really want her to turn around because I've noticed there's a hairpin on the back of her head that I don't think is usually on these models, right? I think she's a bird.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
I really want Xianyun to be like, oh yes, that is a lovely choice right there.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Interesting. It does look like a wing of sorts, doesn't it?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Yeah, what about your parents?
They died young. It's just me and Granny now. Oh,
I see that the curse of Fontaine is spreading, and kids need to be miserable everywhere.
but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got. Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid. You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're tough for your age?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
That's so ominous. Free of what? This mortal coil?
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
Oh, plot reasons.
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Thank you for the raid. I didn't want to interrupt Granny. Hope that you had fun doing whatever you were doing. Yeah, welcome. We are playing the Xianyun character quest. We have met Sus Granny. I think she might have been a bird. I'm not sure on that though.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
I mean, what happens?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
The food ad. It's because you're hungry, probably. I mean, I'm gonna get food after this.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
You could say, like, adept at it. Doesn't mean you're an adeptus.
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
This poor kid is just, like, dissociating.
A younger
Oh,
version
never
of
mind.
Granny?
She's back.
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Is this something that you can deal with?
Are you sure? So, what are your names? Paimon's Paimon.
Oh my god. We never introduced ourselves.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
One does not expect to get grandchildren from my children, and therefore one shall adopt you as my grandchild.
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Yeah, we're nosy. That's it.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny?
One shall adopt all of the people in the year.
All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
Now you'd all better visit. Anyway.
That is elementary.
Mhm.
Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
I don't think that's how dementia works.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Yeah, not discounting my you were a bird in a past life.
Okay, taking that as a no. I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine?
Oh.
Oh, Shinto knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Xianyun Commerce Guild.
Wait, what about the food? Paimon, what about the food? This food is expensive.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Yeah, you haven't eaten at all since sitting down.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Xianyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler?
Oh.
Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Oh, is that her title?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Everyone, please.
Well, our food is gone. What other things do you have to say, not bird person?
Where are you going, Granny? Don't you like the food?
Fresh milk. I need to buy you some fresh milk.
Milk? Why?
You need to drink milk before eating, or the spicy food will make you cry. Hush, little one. Don't cry.
Granny, you're forgetting things again. I'm not a little baby anymore. I can eat spicy food now. Even the super spicy dishes, like their fish stew. I can eat 2 whole bowls, no problem.
Does that make me a baby? I can't eat spicy food.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. My darling granddaughter is all grown up.
Well, dang, I didn't know that was the metric for growing up. Guess I'm just a baby. Well, thank you for the follow. Oh, there he is. Just hanging out.
It's you two. What brings you here?
It's tradition to redeem embarrass me when a raid happens. Yeah, I've noticed.
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
You should write a book about this.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
That's fine.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Oh.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often
According to
speak
the
of a
judgment
great
of the
drought from 50
oratrice
years
mécanique
ago,
d'analyse cardinale.
as the people suffered. a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name.
Notice what stream just goes on as normal. You cannot gaslight me. I can only gaslight me.
All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength.
Power couple.
After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all, just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
No, you're right. The bullying does happen.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Mount Tianheng?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places: Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Xianyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Honestly, for how little information we gave you, that was a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together.
Oh, the granddaughter did mention that her granny was like some hero in the past.
It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade
So,
into
something like
obscurity
that.
during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
Repressed memories?
We'll be
On
sure to tell you
purpose?
if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar? Oh, right! There's a drought in this story too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Well, that is interesting. Oh god, how do I navigate this place again? Wonder...
What goes on in life?
I wonder if Xianyun even already knows what's happening and has just decided not to tell us.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh yeah, I think she definitely knows.
Oh, thank you. Straight word, Ping. What has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Well, speaking of personal matters,
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to
Oh my
afford
God!
a comfortable life in the
she's still worried
harbor,
about her
not
kids!
unlike the one that you yourself lead.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
I just felt a vibe of like, what was it? The younger group in like an Asian gathering walking up to like the adults who are chatting at the table or something to ask something, and like all of the conversation just like abruptly stops.
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Hyundai have joined up with us again.
And now they're gonna humor us until we leave. Never mind.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
What kind of tea?
Thank you so much. What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny? According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Okay. That seems neat.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup.
I'm wondering if she's like a bird adeptus who's been trapped in mortal form or something.
It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
The tea needs more earthworms. Actually, the tea already has earthworms in it.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Mushroom. Do not talk to me about mushroom tea. That sounds gross. Weirdly, the earthworm tea bothers me less. I still wouldn't drink it, but it does bother me less than the mushroom one. I don't know why.
Thank you.
Let us rest here
Okay.
and have
Since
some
we
tea.
Have the time, can I ask you something? Sure thing. What would you like to know?
She wants a cup of dirt.
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
She's not actually my granny. What other things do you have to say?
You can taste the sweetness of the dew?
It's just a feeling. The sensation of stepping out into the mountains on a cool morning, gazing upon the small droplets of water hanging from the leaves, and feeling the sweet stream of of water soothe a parched throat with every swallow. It's a sense of calm and serenity, one that stretches on and on until days become weeks, weeks become years.
Incredibly sus. Cool. How thirsty were you? Well, there was a drought, I think. Oh my god, yeah, no, there was a drought.
What's wrong, Xiu?
Oh. Huh.
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking at the restaurant. But are you guys all adepti in disguise?
You're not off the mark, to be honest.
Oh, about that.
I mean, I feel like, well, the moment you say, why do you say that, that's basically confirming it. She's 1/3 right. You got a 33%.
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Xianyun call herself an adeptus.
No, she's just adept. Yes.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Xiu here what you really meant by that.
I'm just so adept at this. Adept sus.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Okay, cool.
I knew it.
I mean, I feel like anyone with 2 brain cells could guess this.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
That was the granny, wasn't it?
I had this super high fever, and Granny was
That was the granny,
I was
wasn't
feeling
it?
all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
And then my granny started talking about eating earthworms.
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance.
Cloud Retainer is not pure white, though. She has blue accents.
So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an adeptus like that?
I mean, I bet that Paimon and Traveler are going to assume it's Cloud Retainer, but I'm pretty sure it's, Yandai.
A pure white illuminated crane?
Oh, never mind.
The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Do you know all of the birds that, live here? Is there, like, a crane, like, network?
Never has one
I
met
guess
an
not.
adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then?
No.
Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Beta might know she has a lot of bird experience. No, don't talk to me about that stream. Oh my god. That hecking
Now
crane.
that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one.
There's a clip somewhere on the clips part of the channel. There was a bird in one of the beta hangout cutscenes that just like kept coming closer to the screen.
Let's go to Wangshu Inn first.
Came back, saw a bird. It wasn't Cloud Retainer. Yeah, there were a couple. I think I featured it, so you should be able to find it. I think the VOD itself isn't up on the internet yet, just because like Twitch deletes it, and I haven't had a chance to upload that particular one yet.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
We can get Granny some earthworms and braise them. Oh, we're going to Wangshu Inn. Okay. What? What do you mean I can't sit like a gremlin? Blech.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
More like Wangla Inn.
The fish here is very delicious, and if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
She's so obvious.
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
Xiao pops up and is just like, that's a bird.
I'll come with. Hyman's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh?
Oh, hi!
What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
You know, I was just joking. Please just, please just say that that's a bird.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
How many non-human presences?
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
Hmm?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, fighting a war as a bird would be pretty hard, huh?
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
The judgmental glare. Huh?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Karina killed it with this one. Oh man, they did so good with this one.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
Oh.
The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
Wanna give her a hug now?
A cloud retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Trauma?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
Trauma.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form.
Hmm?
I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
No, this seems important.
Granny, are you okay?
Dang it.
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name.
Apparently not, too.
However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Actually, you know what? I was about to be like, well, we didn't even call your name this time, but no, I did. Me. And I guess it worked. Oh, bye.
Everyone, I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
I want earthworms.
Slowly now, calm your mind
And fish.
recount what has been recalled.
a long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinto said was true. You did fall ill. Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me. and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
And you just took it?
He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Was the Adepti blood, like, ethically sourced? This doesn't seem very...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayun Karst next?
So, like, is Granny walking all of this? Because, like, if she was tired in the harbor, walking around, I don't think she's making this trip.
There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
It's like Breath of the Wild. You only need a certain amount of memories to consider your memory is fully back. Oh. You're good. This way? This way. Look at all these cranes that are maybe people. Oh? I have a feeling.
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders here?
Ah, murder!
Guess it's time to round
Gotcha!
up the bad guys.
Boop! Cool.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Imagine if Pod Retainer's skill, like, line was like, bird is the word! That's just so dumb.
Let me think. I feel like I've been here before.
You do the link, like, zoom in and then the memory thing triggering.
I don't think I stayed
never
here
mind.
too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second. If
Waiting.
I remember correctly, I believe I brought...
They can live.
Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
Okay. And over here. Spurred up. Bird up as she turns into the bird. Bird up. Oh.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
This place.
It's...
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Xianyun. This is where your father was born. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit.
Oh, that's not great.
I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
Was she fighting those things while, like, heavily pregnant? Dang.
I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over.
Time out. I gotta go and give birth real quick.
I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
Neverlet, we might need you again.
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much. But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
Maybe she wasn't a bird to begin with, but then upon eating the medicine, became one, sort of, but illegally.
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. You and I.
How are we gonna carry her up a mountain?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you
Oh,
to the
thank
top.
goodness we're addressing that.
Oh, such lightness of weight.
Almost like a bird.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
You're so light, it's like your bones are hollow, like a bird. But I'm sure it's nothing. Nice you. Okay. Boop. Ooh, pretty. It's the osteoporosis. You're right. right, I can't escape birds. Birds have been a part of my stream, whether I like it or not. It's a sign. Oh.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny One
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your time.
When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
But did the stories get it wrong
Hmm.
then? Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of.
I mean, there are more mountains in this range, right?
Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Hey, maybe if she wasn't a bird initially and illegally became one, the memories of like the peak and stuff here, is like the bird's memories and not hers.
Thank you. If only I
don't
could
know.
remember. Huh? That way.
Never mind, we found it.
What's that mountain?
Did she eat Xianyun's blood? And therefore, like, a little bit of the memory?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong.
Did she eat her
Mount
blood?
Outsong.
Oh my god, is she discount Cloud Retainer? The Cloud Retainer at home? Adeptus blood tastes the same as I remember.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Or maybe not?
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But
Fret not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your
Oh?
heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
I feel like Adepti all do this. My greatest invention. Drugs. All the earthworm dishes. Yeah, we can just bribe her over. So, like, are we just zooming Granny along? I feel like that's not good for her heart.
Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this thing you've prepared?
Here, this is it.
Oh my god, since the beginning?
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here?
God,
Is
the
it another
Aranara.
invention of yours?
Let's be real, the Aranara would just fill all the pills with sugar, because that's the drug to them.
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the suspensus somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
So a meditation device?
Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
You're kind of marketing this thing as a cure-all, and I'm not sure if it can necessarily. I mean, it'll be able to do it, but like, I don't know.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now?
It's a white noise machine that just plays like screeching cranes on occasion. It's like one of those an hour-long video of silence, periodically interrupted by screeching cranes.
We could have come to Mount Atsong right off the bat and saved time on a lot of floating.
How preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Why does Yandai's eyes look kind of like a sad kitten face? Like, do you guys see that too? It's like with the meme picture of like the really sad cat.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously
Meow.
mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One
So it's a
secured
record
such
player.
a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
Oh, I love this cool team.
And you and I, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
She's asleep, standing up. Wait.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
You don't want to give her a chair or something?
The drought is
Oh.
over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten?
Wow, that was a gorgeous image.
This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago. We should have never.
So I was right. She's a bird.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny!
What does that make her then?
Granny, are you okay?
Cloud retainer.
Your memories have returned?
Oh, so she definitely recognized her. Okay, cool.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes, I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Chuyu, you're adopted.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. We Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on.
And it does explain the cravings for worms and fish. Raw fish.
Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help.
Ooh, animation time?
I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
You know, I have this weird feeling that this kid's about to become an orphan after this. Uh-oh.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth.
Is that Cloud Retainer with a bucket of popcorn? Oh my god.
Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
The drought.
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went.
Kirora was born a cat and became a yokai. That is true. I believe that Chinese, like, stories and mythology differs from Japanese in a way that, like, in Chinese mythology, from what little I can gather, you do still have to work for it, essentially. Like, you do have to, like, you know, art of cultivation. You have to essentially, like, train to become an adeptus, while with yokai, I'm not entirely sure, but I imagine it's like you live to a certain amount of years and then you kind of become one. Something like that, anyway. But it's like minor differences. But like, yeah, they're animals.
But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I
Look at that
possessed
fish.
no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me.
Yeah, that fish is like not moving. It's just looking at me, the player. Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep encountering animals that do this? Between this, that one crane, who might have been Yundai, I don't know, and the crabs?
She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh, that's what the illness was. And she couldn't have gone back to get another potion? Maybe she maybe she couldn't take more than one dose without it being also dangerous.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
You never turned back into a crane. How observant of you, traveler.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us.
Oh.
But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering.
I mean, maybe they don't have to break up if she turns back into a bird. Maybe he can love her as she is, a bird.
I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
They're a bit past that. Yeah. AU, she turns back into a bird and they live on a mountaintop.
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
That's why the nameless heroine hid herself
But that
away.
was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a
That's not coincidence
that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Xianyun sent the guy, didn't she?
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded. Would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
In the end, they were all her kids. Oh, this hurts.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
Yeah, me too about that fish. It really is just kind of staring at... It's like the crane all over again.
One still remembers
Fish's
when
revenge.
you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock.
Oh, you know what? That fish is just, listening for the tea because, like, they get all the juiciest gossip up here.
One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
Who said that?
Wait. Paimon's confused.
The fish is just like, I have been sitting here wanting to be an Adeptus and wanting to train for so long, and you have ignored me. And you're waiting for me to be fished up by the traveler so that they just come by to your mountain more often? Oh, ridiculous.
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Oh, congrats on the emote. Oh, animation time, animation time. Oh, never mind. Oh my god, yeah, we haven't played as her yet. I totally forgot about that.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
I mean, I'm sure that she just has noblesse. Yeah. That is a cool catalyst, though. Of course, plunging attack. I mean, I don't think I know enough about builds to really make a comment on it. Ooh, what are her idols, actually? I saw one for a second, and then it stopped. Come on. Idol animation? Please?
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new, as buds in the spring. This is an auspicious era for humanity.
That's not an animation. Oh, character menu? Oh yeah, they do it in the... Ooh, what is this? What is this? Oh! Wait! She made popcorn? Oh, the popcorn emote is making more and more sense. Oh my god, she's me for real, for real. Oh, you can't just use your hands for that. You gotta use, like, some other fabric. Otherwise it just gets all smudged. The emote was made before she came out. Amazing. That's even better. Oh? Oh! Xianyun. Did she just trip on the stairs with her high heels? That's fair.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
Oh my god, we're back to the mom energy.
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness.
And she relapsed because she turned back into a crane to help her granddaughter. Oh no.
As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself.
Oh my god, she really did put tape on a mustache.
One took great care to alter
Wait!
one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wang Shu Inn.
Not the mustache. The penny farthing thing is becoming more and more real.
As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition.
I don't think she could remember you at that point. I don't think that really speaks of your disguise skills. Did you tape
One
it
was
on
quite
you?
torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance.
New Cloud Retainer skin. It's just Cloud Retainer, except with the mustache and the goatee, and that's it. Wait. Do you think I can make this jump with the skill?
Yeah. Skyward.
Nope, 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 nope. The answer's no. I screwed up. I should have triple jumped. I can jump in midair? Wait, what? Oh my god, what? I was about to triple jump, but I was gonna triple jump. That's what I was trying to do. And then I misjudged how far the second jump would go. I didn't know I could jump in midair! Ah! I'm fine. I'm fine. I did not fall into the pit. It's fine. Everything is fine. Hey, look at that. More cave. Am I sure I don't want to get Cloud Retainer? I want her, but I can't. I'm saving. Ah! I forgot I can't activate that in midair. Oh my god. I'm too used to platformers.
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another.
I'm saving for Chiori.
If you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
She just wants to take care of her kids. I can't get struck by lightning here, right? Right?
Skyward!
Whee! Oh, that's fun. Bling.
Scatter!
Target locked. Bling. Bling.
Make way for the Adeptus.
Back to Xiao strats. How long does this last? Oh, there we go.
Skyward! Scatter!
That's really fun.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains.
Oh, so it's not timer based. It's actually like sponge.
Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
Well,
To see you happy, that was more than enough.
Man. Oh, we're gonna get the relapse now, aren't we?
Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
One had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
Absurdities? Why was there bird meat in that? That's... okay. I was gonna make like a cool entrance, but Sure, Spider-Man the wall. Alright.
Just as Yuendai troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's
Oh my
body
gosh!
to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
That's so silly.
It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognize the essence of her being.
Shuyu just like sneezing for no particular reason while being carried up to get medicine.
Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now all has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuendai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another.
Oh.
Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return.
Oh.
'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged.
This is the reason why all of these NPCs don't have parents, because mothers apparently are too powerful.
One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode.
That's a weird thought.
One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Come visit me, idiot child. You visit me even less than the other two.
I just... Thank you so much.
Oh.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination.
One's only companion now is this fish, and this fish continues to nag one. Anyway.
Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, You were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
Right, this is the erosion process with like Ajdaha, right?
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
Looks like she's gonna live a mortal lifespan?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane.
Oh.
If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
She has to start her training again from zero.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Oh, hi, Frog.
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
Hey, Xianyun, you want to adopt another child?
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night.
Doesn't that take centuries, though?
I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again.
That's like centuries.
How's that sound?
What is Shuya's lifespan? Like, is she bird enough to be able to, like, live that long, or?
Good.
Oh, boy.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each
Little
other for
while.
a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
Little while?
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
She'll be able to transform back and forth? Yes, but that's after, like, centuries of training. Which is, uh-oh.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
In my headcanon, Granny hugged her while saying that. Oh boy. My brain just made a pun in Mandarin. Why? 原来的元代. Anyway. Goodbye. She just left. Oh. Cloud Retainer, you want to adopt a child?
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response
That's
to
fair.
such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
Oh, animation.
days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
Man. Oh.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
Cool, Traveler's a Disney princess.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
I think we just got
After all,
adopted.
as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
I actually did cry a little. Oh.
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
Good for you, Paimon.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus? Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel? I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
It's like reverse adoption.
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
Oh, is that frog okay? Oh no, he's trying so hard. Oh. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Goodbye, frog. We hardly knew ye.
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal.
Hmm.
The fact that Yuendai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Oh, thank goodness this child is going to be adopted.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master. Xianyun, are you sure about this?
Paimon, let the child get adopted!
Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass.
Paimon sounds so horrified! Oh, the delivery on that is so good.
You'll never enjoy One Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever
According
again.
to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule.
And therefore the judgment of the Ortiz Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal has spoken. It's preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
I mean, we routinely bring nice food for her as an offering. I feel like this works.
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
This also means that Xianyun gets to be closer to her other kids.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
That is, by the way, this is something that my mom has said, just like, I'm sure it's a joke, but it's just like, oh yeah, where you're moving, I'll just move nearby. And I'm just like, oh my god. I think it was a joke though, but like, man, it really does have mother vibes.
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor.
Yep, she's going to be closer to her kids.
Yuan Dai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea.
This is why that fish was staring at the camera. It already knew that she was leaving.
One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
I feel like it's a very open secret. Most Liyue citizens just sitting there like, so, I bumped into Xianyun recently, who was definitely not Cloud Retainer. Nope, not at all.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time.
The frog is going
One
again.
has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor.
I think I saw Xianyun like I think I saw my new neighbor recently, and like there were like some weird feathers, and I think some talk about raised earthworm. I'm not sure though.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Oh my god, yeah, no, she makes inventions and stuff. Huh.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this
It's quite large.
mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Ah, that makes sense.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out?
Oh, sorry, Paimon.
Once you move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
My bet is no.
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those two old fossils
Amazing.
will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company.
Oh, the frog escaped. It left.
Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
That's the one. You're the one who kept going up. You finally did it. I'm proud of you. Goodbye. Oh, right, I have to wait 2 days, don't I? Alright. Oh, I did forget you. Ah, dang it. I didn't turn around. I just looked in front of me. I can't escape the screen now. Wait, I thought that talking to Xingqiu was the next step. Is it not? Ah! Oh, it's an option. Okay, I'll go talk to Xingqiu then. I mean, they wouldn't be here. Xingqiu. So I'm guessing where he was earlier. Let's see if I can retrace my steps. Unlikely. This way? Oh, bold of you to assume I directionally know where I'm going. This way? Nope. Yes? Yes. Aha! Hello.
We meet again, dear friends. How did everything go?
She was a bird!
Great! And it's all thanks to you!
Hi. Nothing suspicious over here. Oh, rest well.
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand.
That guy intentionally walked over to get the tea before leaving.
Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. At least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all.
Oh, he's back. Hello. Okay. Oh. Interesting.
I can't wait to see
Anything different?
We meet again, dear friend.
Oh, no, no, wait, no. I just thought it would do like a one-line dialogue after that, like, oh, ha ha ha, that was an interesting story. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. So, you rock. Put casually in the statue? Yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how statues work, right? So they live over here. Is she in trouble already?
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded.
Oh,
This is
she's
but
in
a
trouble.
simple collection of ordinary valuables.
Oh no.
Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern.
Does that mean that she just walked in with this thing and just her first thing was, nothing suspicious is in these boxes?
In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clow. Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. Ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Xianyun, mortals don't live for that long.
Several hundred years?
In her family.
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Yeah, like I'm like at least 500 years old. Anyway.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of Mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
I'm surprised she hasn't threatened violence.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them
Zhongli!
for me.
It's Zhongli!
Should be here shortly.
Oh no! He's gonna walk up and they're just gonna stare at each other like, interesting.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait
It has
for
to
a little
be.
while longer then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Well, it's meant this wine tastes as I remember, but where are those who share the memory? Xianyun in the background like, get over here! Stop monologuing in the corner.
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Hello.
Oh, I love her new outfit.
Xianyun! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you. Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
Speak of the devil. I'm certain it's Zhongli. It has to be.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
He knows how to do a lot of things.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Sewing machine.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of
What's
messy
in there?
right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master. Yeah, that'd be great.
Either it's a gift for her, or it's something she's not supposed to have.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child.
I love how apprentice is just
Now,
code
this
for
expert you
for my
mentioned, When
child,
can we expect their arrival?
grandchild. In this case, I guess I was about to say daughter, but like technically grandchild.
Soon. Ah, there he is.
There he is. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
Here, allow me
There
to make some
he
introductions.
is.
This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
Wow. I'm sure you guys have never met before.
Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
Don't blow her cover. Don't blow her cover. You're both so bad at being human. Don't blow her cover.
Huh.
Oh no, I was right. They're just staring at each other awkwardly.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting.
Oh, hi June.
What a serendipitous reunion.
You caught me at the tail end of this quest. Hold on, I can... Dang it! I did not type it fast enough. Hello. I hope that your stream was well. Playing Genshin, I'm assuming the Xianyun quest? Yeah, I'm at the very tail end of it. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. But yeah, hello! I'm just laughing at them. They're both so bad at being human. Okay.
Indeed.
Oh
Most
no, they're so bad at this.
serendipitous.
Oh, run!
You've been
Run, June,
faring
run!
well as of late, Mr.
Have a great...
Zhongli.
Have a good rest. Bye!
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you
next
two are
screen.
already acquainted?
Yeah, they're old friends. Yup.
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Yeah, their families have known each other for so many generations. Definitely. As long as her family has had those antiques, in fact. So crazy.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Shangli. Not at all.
You're not needed here anymore.
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
This is coming from these are the words of someone who has been swindled before.
Huh! A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Let's be real, if they were actually trying to swindle him, they wouldn't, you know, still let on that they know each other.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait!
This poor guy. She literally lives across the street from where her daughter works. Oh yeah, Loving Restaurant is right there!
Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
You know that she chose this location just to keep an eye on Shenhe. Like, that's on purpose. This is absolutely on purpose. Oh my god.
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home.
Is Xianyun about to take exception to that?
The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace.
Xianyun's about to become a Waming Restaurant regular.
I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
Sir, you don't have a concept of money. This guy's already said that this is more than he could ever hope to repay in his lifetime.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion.
You're about to bankrupt this man.
Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
Don't mind her. She's just a little old-fashioned.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
What? Wait, what? I think this might be a typo. Snore? Snore?
Xiangli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
He's the only consultant.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
No, she bought a house to just maintain observation.
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
We are not friends.
Well,
nah.
That is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Paimon interrupted, interrupting to two older people about to reminisce for the next 3 hours.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple-layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Xianyun Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
I'd like to imagine that Shenhe, hearing that her mother was moving in, is just like, oh no, why? Why is she right across from my workplace?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
We were supposed to meet up later. Why is she making us meet up now?
Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li. He is,
a consultant at a funeral parlor.
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli. That should be everyone, right? Let's go! Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation,
we made that for
certain
her.
Dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
That's cute. Wait, what was in the boxes? Oh, I guess we'll never know. Am I allowed to... Doo-doo-doo. Book of Accounts. A letter can also be found inside. Oh! Oh no! Little you, my dear daughter, by the time you read this, Mommy and Daddy will have already left to go on a long journey. Your granny may get a little forgetful sometimes, so try to jot down little reminders for her around the house wherever you can. Mommy and Daddy are counting on you to take care of Granny while we're gone. You might be wondering why Mommy and Daddy have to leave. Well, my dear daughter, in this world, everyone's got something that they just have to do. Your Mommy and Daddy are no different. Oh, this is from the dad's, but whatever. I'm still gonna read it the same way. Did you know? Daddy was actually awfully sick as a child. How sick, you might ask? Well, even the doctor could barely feel Daddy's pulse. It was that weak. But Daddy still managed to grow up. Looking back, there were many times when Daddy thought he might not make it. In the end, though, Daddy pushed through every time. Pretty amazing if you think about it. Maybe Daddy is just really lucky. Or, who knows, maybe he has some super powerful Adeptus looking out for him. Either way, Daddy has always felt like he's received a lot of love from this world. And you know what? Daddy loves this world right back. They told Daddy that this mission would be super dangerous, but both Mommy and Daddy decided to sign up. You'll have grown quite a bit taller the next time Mommy and Daddy see you again. Maybe you'll be so big by then that Mommy and Daddy won't even recognize you. How about this? Let's use a code. Do you still remember that one phrase Daddy taught you when we were little? That can be our secret code the next time we see each other again. That way, we'll recognize each other no matter what. You'll remember it, don't you? While the millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Adventurer, think you can last around?
Wait.
Hey there. Don't be shy.
Yeah, they set up their own death flags. Ooh. Oh, that was fun. That was good though. Oh, I can't jump on the. Oh, I can jump on the shelf. Nice. Okay. Well, it has been a bit over my usual time, but let's see who I can raid. Who is streaming? I mean, Bill Butts is streaming Star Rail. Yeah, I did go a little bit longer this time, so a lot of my usual options are offline now, I think. So, I think I'm gonna send you all Bill's way, and then I'm gonna go make food. Looking at all this food and stuff, dang. Next spot on YouTube, probably today, if I remember. So I should remember. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. And I'll be back on Friday. Yes, that's how days work. I'll be back on Friday. Oh, what am I gonna do on Friday? Oh, the Fontaine thing. The side quest with the weird Eldritch kid. That one. Caterpie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for sticking around for Marade as well. Lantern Ride is dropping. Dang it! I'm sorry, Cater. I'm never gonna help you. If Lantern Ride is dropping around, then I'll do Lantern Ride first. So, gotta get that free gamin. Yeah, if it's out, then yeah, Lantern Ride. If not, then Eldritch Child from Fontaine. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Wait, Anne is on? Wait. If Anne... Is Anne on? Hold on. Oh, shoot! Hold on. Did she, like, just go on? Oh, yeah. It wasn't showing up on my list earlier. Oh, wow, awesome! We can go there! I'm assuming for this particular quest. Awesome. We're going from this quest to this quest. Man, that was a good one, though. I really like that one. What? Well, we're not gonna fight. It's fine. Yeah, sure. If you guys want to make the raid message burn up, then more than welcome to. Alrighty, I will send you guys to the Raiden Shogun. I believe I have said all I wanted to say. I'll be back on Friday at the usual time. Probably gonna end on time next time instead of pushing it a little bit. I did want to finish this quest. Sending you to your you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just bring some dongle with you. You'll be fine. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. Have a good night or whatever time zone you're in, and take care. Bye-bye. Amazing. All right, bye.